Howdy, I'm Clay Kalmbach from Bear Builds, and today I'm going to show you how I built this box jump using just these three tools. Two more tools that can help are a router to round over the edges of the handles and an orbital sander to smooth the surfaces of the box. But in the spirit of keeping it DIY, I'm using a drill, circular saw, and jigsaw. I'm making my cuts on the ground, so to prevent the blade from hitting the floor, I'm using some scrap to raise the plywood. These right here are the dimensions of the cuts that I'm making. The 30 by 24 and the 18.5 by 24 inch pieces will make up the sides, and the 28.5 by 18.5 pieces will make up the top and the bottom. The 18.5 by 22.5 inch piece in the top right corner will go inside the box to act as a middle support. I made all of my measurements, and when I was ready to cut, I set my circular saw to the proper depth so my blade would cut through the wood but not hit the ground. I'm cutting to the side of the line to account for the blade's width, otherwise my measurements will be off about 1/8 of an inch. After each cut, I made sure that my dimensions were still correct and redrew my line if I needed to. This is the excess scrap that I got from the cuts, and normally I would recommend using this piece as your middle support, but since I need to use this piece for another project, I'm going to put this to the side, and I'm actually going to use 1/2 inch OSB to act as the middle support, and I'll go ahead and give the dimensions for this as well. So this right here is the OSB cross section that I mentioned earlier. It's 18.5 by 22.5 inches, and it's a good plywood substitute. You can actually make the entire box out of this. It's just not as aesthetically pleasing. So it'll be going inside, so it's not visible. To make the handles, I made two cuts 6 inches apart with a 1.5 inch hole saw on my drill. You can do these anywhere on the box, but the 18.5 by 24 inch pieces were ideal for me. Here I'm measuring 3/8 of an inch from the edge of the 30 by 24 inch piece because I'll be screwing into the 18.5 by 24 inch pieces to make the sides of the box. I'm pre-drilling with a countersink bit so the screws don't stand out and can sit flush with the surface. I repeated this process on the other edge and then again on the other 30 by 24 inch piece. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this piece in on the bottom, countersink it, secure it and everything. What I'm going to do after I put that bottom piece in is take this piece, throw it in the middle, and then throw in some screws, probably only about 3 of them, since all I need to do is just make sure it's in place. I lost the footage of myself putting on the rest of the screws in the bottom, but I went ahead and put 3 on the short sides and 4 on the long sides. I measured the halfway point on the box so I could put the OSB directly in the middle for the most stability. I definitely couldn't finish this project without trying out the box, and needless to say, it's very sturdy. And before I hit the outro, please be sure to like and subscribe. Alright, so that wraps up today's video. I still am giving away stickers and doing sticker swaps, so go ahead and check out my Instagram. That way I can get one sent your way. Once again, thanks for watching, and please stick around for more content.